Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
I mean,
let die.
You know in the Matrix when they get unplugged? No,
exactly
not like this. Not like this.
well, my man.
Oh, that was good.
Apparently, my man's acting abilities died before he did. Shit,
He went to sleep.
yeah, like shit. My attention span died.
He was tired. He ate too much.
He had the itis. Diabetes, sugar rush.
Want to hear some? Yes, you do.
I want to. Sure.
Here we go. You ready? Sing with me, man. If I had a hammer, I'd kill all the gangsters. I'd kill all the hood rats.
I don't think I want to sing this
All
song.
over this town.
All over this land.
You don't know that song?
No, I
If
don't know
I had
that.
a hammer, I'd kill all the black folks.
No, I don't know that one. What's coming to mind? I didn't sing along.
Oh, and you know what? That's all right then. That means you didn't see John Henry.
I did not.
No, man. John Henry. American folklore.
Yep, that's true.
Some people say as far as fictitious American folklore heroes go, he's right up there with the best of them, man. John Henry, you know how he made it? Because he's on a stamp.
Funny how Pecos and Paul Bunyan don't die at the end of their stories.
No, but hey, you know, he had to sacrifice his life for the white man. And there he is right there looking for work at Home Depot.
So they get to work on time. That's literally what he did.
He got to work on time and died for it, man. You know, here's the thing. He's so American, they turned him gangster.
Modernizing.
Gangster.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Gangster Henry up in the house, man. For months, people been trying to get me to watch this trailer.
Really?
And I don't. Is this out already? How long has it been out? Because I don't know. Because somebody just emailed me today and say, watch this John Henry with Ludacris and Terry Crews. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, because I remember seeing it a while back, you know, people asking me to watch this, but I put it on Netflix today and they said it was like their number 5 most watched movie right now on list of top 10 Netflix films. I don't know.
Okay, because like I said, I scrolled through the top 10 and it wasn't in there.
Some people said I just saw it today, so I don't know. But for some reason, this is blowing up again. And people, I know maybe it's Corona and people just ran out of shit to watch.
I do think that when we look back in history, things that were number 1 or ranked highly are going to have an asterisk by them. Just to say during the time of Corona.
Netflix just released it this week, is what people are saying. So, you know, man, I'm looking at this, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't really watch it. And allow me to humbly say, I am sorry that I did not listen to you, because I didn't know it was this crazy. I didn't know this shit was this wild, man. The other part of me wants to, wants to blame you. I'm mad at you because I'm like, why didn't you say it was this insane? I'm looking at this. I had no clue that it was a hood John Henry.
Yeah.
I saw some promotional pictures for it, and I said, well, you know, it looks like just plain old John Henry.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, considering how often John Henry is used as kind of a totem for black superheroes, all right, maybe it's got some element of that.
Well, I'm looking at this, and I thought he was in the middle of a burning like cotton field or something. I did not. I thought
LA's burning, and only one man can take care of it.
I didn't even know it was L.A. I thought that I really did not know. I thought that was just. I thought he just burned up the South or something. I thought he was him working on the railroad, because I thought it was going to be traditional John Henry, because I saw him right there and I was like, all right, you know what? I mean, that ain't exactly period piece clothing right there, but you know,
He's got a gray wife beater on.
He's snatched Vin Diesel shit.
Sleeveless.
You know, I saw right here. I thought, I don't know, man. You know, maybe back in the day, his sleeves just didn't fit people his size. I thought that was him in front of a slave house or a plantation right there. I really didn't know. I just thought, all right, you know what? It just looks like, okay, a story that John Henry always heard of, and if it's good, then I'll hear about it and I'll go ahead and watch it. And then I looked at a picture today, and I was like, okay, why the f is he in Compton? You know?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that railroad went far into the future. I looked at it and I said, this looks silly as and yet some parts of it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just because they're trying to do something different, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, some of it looks inspired. Sure, I'll bite. I'll take it. Now, the other thing is, this is not to be confused with that other John Henry project that Netflix is doing with Dwayne Johnson.
What
they say the authentically casted. So you're probably asking, so how'd they hood up? How'd they gangster up John Henry? Well, the story here, while it's taking a different approach, and I don't mind them trying to make this a modern story, or modernize a folk hero, the stories, you've seen this kind of shit before. You've seen this from Rambo to, anything with somebody trying to protect a random victim. Yeah. John Henry lives in a neighborhood, man, where he might have lived that life at one time, that hood life, that gangster life, but he's giving it up now, man. He ain't doing that shit no more. And he's trying to live quiet, man, trying to live peaceful. And God damn it, just some random Mexican girl just showed up on my yard. It's like a stray. He just showed up under his like a stray dog, a cat, a hide under your porch. You're like, God, there's a random brown skinned girl under here. Turns out she's Honduran, and she just escaped from the clutches of sex slavery. He's like, I just can't put this girl back out there. Let her stay here for one night, and then we'll see what we can do with her and get her some help, drop out the bus station, some shit. I don't know. Call ice on her ass. I don't know. We'll figure out what to do. But things get complicated when her brother shows up. Turns out her brother went in there and killed a bunch of gang members to save her. And if that ain't complicated enough, turns out the guy who's heading up the whole sex slavery gang also just happens to be John Henry's cousin. His cousin. His cousin who's got a metal jaw. His name is Hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
on the nose there.
Jaw thing. I'm like, all right, if you're the drug kingpin, I gotta assume you got money to get a real prosthetic.
Nah. Look at some shit that started like He-Man. Man,
He-Man character,
Lockjaw.
Yeah, my boy. Ludacris. Ludacris is Lockjaw, the next He-Man.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
and it's blinged out, of course.
Oh, it's blinged out. Yeah, we'll talk about this, all that and more. Let's go ahead. Tell you what, let's look at the trailer for this.
Trust me, I'm not a killer. I'm John Henry. You should know I'm not done.
Does it work? If you couldn't read my lips before, no, this does not work. This is just as silly as it looks. And it's not for me not even trying to give it a chance. Because at the beginning of it, when I first cut it on, even after looking at the trailer and saying, okay, this looks stupid. I mean, this looks like some hood shit from the 90s.
It does.
Like, this not only does it look silly, but it's outdated. But hey, I'm going by a trailer. You can't judge. And like I said, it's different. And at the beginning of it, I have to say, man, I thought, all right, now you hitting all the marks that I like. At the beginning of this, they kill his dog. And I was like, oh shit, we better go John Wick with this man. I was like, you know what? John Wick already did it. We've seen other revenge stories kind of like John Wick, but I'm a sucker when you out there trying to avenge a dog. And I get why they did it. They want to set up there, even though he's a big, powerful man, he's all about peace.
Sensitive.
Sure. And sensitive, especially. And man, that dog was like everybody in the hood got pit bulls and shit. He got a little ass marshmallow dog.
Yeah. Just happy with life.
It's got a little orphan Annie dog.
Yeah. It's like a bag of cotton balls with two cold eyes and a black nose. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt for John Henry at the beginning. I'm like, all right, you tugging at my heartstrings. Shit, I'm sorry.
That gun just keeps raising. It's like, I see.
Shit. I thought, okay, that's kind of funny, man. And John Henry don't hurt him. John Henry's cool. John Henry's like the bullet's just gonna bounce off me. So shit. It's
pretty much.
Yeah. at that point, I was just kind of like, man, all right, man, we got something here, man. And plus, I like Terry Crews.
Sure, he's very charismatic and likable, and you always like a character, whether it's Rambo or whoever, the one who's they're powerful but gentle, and they're just trying to mind their own business, and everybody's coming at them.
Yeah.
Although that scene, that gangster is so ridiculous.
Oh, he is.
The way he's all up in his face. What you gonna do about this dent in my car? What?
A dent? Man, you already had that. Did you see how small that dog was?
Yeah.
It was cotton. It was a cotton ball. What are you talking about? Dent.
Man, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah. I ain't no dent in your goddamn car. You trying to now you trying to trick my ass into paying for some shit that's already there. Nah, man. That's fine. All right, I was into that. But then it got to a point where it quickly became a mashup of two things that don't need to be mashed up together. It quickly became a mashup of the movie Still, with Shaquille O'Neal, and Menace to Society.
Yeah.
If you put them, imagine putting those things together. People are like, I can't. There's a reason for that.
Personally, I'm seeing a lot of Luke Cage in this, just from the trailer alone. It feels like they want
Luke Cage is saying, "Don't put me in this."
Yeah,
shit.
not as much as you think.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Luke Cage.
All that beginning that looks like we're looking at a hero story,
Yeah.
or a superhero,
Yeah, definitely.
that shit goes away.
Oh, okay.
Just
Just window dressing, trying to get you interested in it.
It
Okay.
is so not about that. I'm like,
No.
wait, this is a John Henry thing, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Because in the beginning they show you lots of hammers. The hammer motif
Yeah.
is all over the place.
Got him stocked everywhere. Grab another hammer, use on
about
somebody.
it.
Yeah.
Luke Cage, Luke Cage would knock the out of you. Don't you ever involve me in
dab
this
afterwards.
dumb shit right here. I have nothing to do. Don't you ever put me in it. I'll put you in a goddamn cage. Martin's right. They call it John Henry. It takes an hour and 20 minutes before they get to that goddamn hammer.
Hour and 20 minutes of an hour and 30-minute movie.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's like watching a Thor movie. He don't find his hammer until
Until the last 10
the
minutes.
last 20 minutes. Yeah, your boy Quentin Tarantino would love this.
Yeah.
Because the beginning of this movie, let me see if I can find something here. The beginning of this movie, man, there's the whole thing is just N-word this, pussy that, bitch this.
Yeah.
It's the dialogue in this at the beginning is terrible. And it's so bad that in the first 5 minutes, all these dudes, I mean, it's a scene that goes on and on. Yo, nigga, what you doing? Oh, my nigga, when I'm up in bitches, shit. That's what I'm doing, my nigga. What you doing, man? Shit, I'm doing some pussy, nigga. I was like, God, by the time they come in and shoot all these, I'm like, thank you, destroy them. I ain't about black on black crime, but goddamn, y'all got to go.
Yeah.
Kill them all, please. I was
That one guy seems so uninterested too. He's just like, that one guy.
Oh man,
Could care less.
Chris, this guy. Oh,
Yeah, him.
none of them. By they must have known like I ain't gonna be in the movie no more. They all just stopped giving them.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like this part right here.
Yeah.
This part also shows you like when they're taking these guys out. This part also shows you just how silly these scenes are and how bad some of the acting is in here. There's a dude in this movie where he's supposed to have one of the most glorious death scenes in the film, and he could give a shit less. This dude, it's one of those deaths where you got one last way to go out, and you got to put you put yourself into it. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if he gives like, not
It's
him.
like he just gave up.
Yeah,
Deflated.
not him. This Negro he's done.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
I mean,
Let die.
You know in the Matrix when they get unplugged? No, not like this. Not like this.
my man.
Oh, that was good.
Apparently, my man's acting abilities died before he did. Shit,
He went to sleep.
like shit, my attention span died.
He was tired. He ate too much.
He had the itis. Diabetes, sugar rush.
The funny thing is that in the film, it's never good, but it's not exactly terrible until the villains show up. Because before that, you got these scenes here with actors that I like, and some of these actors I don't know. Let me see. there's scenes where you have Terry Crews who's sitting at home with his dad, and then you got the Honduran girl that comes in, her, and then her brother shows up, and who are they played by? That's Joseph Julian Soria, and Jamelia Velasquez is the sister. There are actually some pretty cool moments where they sit at a table. They got this language barrier between them. Terry Crews is actually kind of going toe to toe with her brother, and and they have these moments where they're kind of stepping up to each other, but like in a very kind of cool way. And it's I like those scenes, man.
And the dad's funny.
Kim Foray. Does that name ring a bell to you?
He sounds familiar, but I couldn't name a new movie he's been in.
Kim Foray, you recognize probably from some horror movies, man. Oops, what the hell is that right there? I'll tell you, new computer, y'all. Mm-hmm. Kim Foray, I believe he was, I don't know a better way to put this, the black dude from the original Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. He Keenan's dad. Some people say
He is Keenan's dad. Yeah, from Keenan and Kel. Now I know him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he's done a lot of stuff, man. He's actually pretty good in this. There's just a moment in here where are moments where he keeps talking about his dick, or he keeps talking about sex, and he's funny when he does it. It's just, his life is centered around his dick. Every story, his meaning.
I'm sure you can relate.
I was like, God damn, you're right. That's gonna be me. 60-something years old, just talking about, boy, me and my dick. We had some good times back in the day. Your friend dick, not my dick. Yeah, even when he's having moments where he's talking about like when he's getting dramatic and it's like, life's not fair because it took my dick away from me.
That I had a stroke at 52 and lost all practical use of my penis.
What?
My dick was legendary, son. Ambra.
I like the way the girl back there, you see her, she just kind of she's like, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna. He be trying to me next. I'm gonna sit back here and cock this gun until he tries to turn around and say something. Yeah, man. It's decent, man. It's not bad at all. It's when these villains come in here that it's the silliest. And of course, the silliest one that we already talked about is Ludacris, who is desperately trying to live up to his name. Ludacris comes in and he's like a hood Bond villain.
Yep.
He's got a gold jaw that looks like Thanos' glove.
A purple suit.
The Infinity Gauntlet, blinged out and shit. If you look, he's even got the Infinity Stones in there.
Yeah, red, green,
Right? Yeah.
yellow in there too. Yeah, quite a few. There's a couple more, but
Yeah.
Well, if he had the time stone in there, he could go back and not be in this movie.
Yeah. If he just get the rest of the stones, he could suck his teeth and half the universe would be gone. And it's funny too because you look at that goddamn jaw that he's got on there. It's obvious that it's a piece of plastic glued to his face with some putty.
yeah.
Spirit gum.
It's one of the easiest roles that Ludacris has ever had. All they have his silly ass do is sit in a dark room with purple and blue LED lights, smoking a cigar while sitting in a throne. An actual throne, like a wood carved throne, and just sitting up there. And to top it all off, if that wasn't stupid enough, his name is also Hell. Why? Because he carries everywhere he goes. He walks around with a gas tank and a blowtorch that he uses to burn people.
Oh my God,
it's like a dude with an oxygen
inconvenient.
tank.
Well, don't get too worked up because as much as he
talks about it,
kills people with his blowtorch, you'd never see it happen.
Oh, it's so lame. If you're gonna show, you have to show him using it.
I get you don't want to be gruesome, so you cut away, but it cuts away so far in advance. You're like, I don't know if this person died.
Loses effect completely.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I
he just scars people, but you don't know because
you don't know.
They ain't got the.
You have a jaw like me now.
Yeah,
burns it out of him.
And it makes no sense because the whole fire thing has nothing to do with his origin.
His jaw.
No.
What would make sense is like he collects people's jaws, like he rips it out or something like that.
Oh, well, that'd be kind of
fucked up.
Yeah, that would take some thought.
That would be smart.
I'm sorry, what was I thinking?
No, if he lost his jaw in a fire, you go like, all right, now this is why he's paying other people back with it. No, it's got nothing to do with that.
Great.
This shit is like, it seriously is like Boys in the Hood mixed with a comic book. And like I said, the only credit that I can give him, really the only credit I can give him is that he must really have some kind of power. Because otherwise, people be laughing at his stupid ass.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was going to ask, is anyone making fun of
No,
that?
no. Because I guess he really does hold some kind of position of power. Because ain't
Okay.
nobody laughing at. Because believe me, they should.
Yeah.
He don't do shit. He ain't the biggest person on his crew. All he's got is that goddamn blowtorch. And I guess Negroes are scared of fire. So I guess they're like Frankenstein. Hey,
monster.
man, homie.
Yeah, they never address those things. Like if you're the leader of the crew, but you're a weak dude with some kind of affliction, or you're a psychopath who kills people that way, your lieutenants would just turn on you.
Yeah.
Just being like, I'm not gonna let him do that to me.
Shit, there's even a point in the car where somebody said, I wish he would try to burn me. Somebody was just in the car like, man, him. I'm about to light this joint up. I don't care if he wants me smoking or not. He might be my boss. He ain't my daddy. And the whole origin of why he has that jaw has nothing to do with his whole thing, this gimmick of fire.
Right.
I don't know. I admire them for trying to do what they do, but everything seems to be misjudged. There's even a point here where music is misplaced. Like there's a point they start to have this standoff, and this is the part you didn't see.
Right.
There's a part at the end where they got this standoff between Ludacris and Terry Crews, Hell and John Henry. And I don't know why all of a sudden, except that somebody's been watching too much Good and Bad and the Ugly. Because when they start to have that standoff,
Yeah, Mexican
for
standoff.
some reason you start having this spaghetti western music start to play. You know, like
So
I
serious.
want to look in the bushes and like, is there a mariachi band?
It's silly.
It's like.
Not the
It's
same
like
genre.
they got one Mexican over there just playing their horn. Probably got sombrero on and Somebody says it's a comedy. No, that's played for like serious dramatic
That's
effect.
actually a good question, though.
Yeah.
Because I found so much of this to be.
Is that a Mexican food restaurant?
The grand opening.
There are moments in here which I just found funny, man. There's some shit that just happens out of the blue, or some things that just don't make sense. John Henry goes to see his grandmother. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you saw this. He goes to see his grandmother, and his grandmother, for no reason, I don't know if this was to give us more story context or whatever, but as he's leaving the room, she wants to let everybody know that John Henry's mom, he was so big when he was born, just wrecked that mama's vagina.
Oh.
John Henry nearly split his mama in two.
She just sitting there smoking, just watching John Henry leave. Goddamn, John Henry, I almost broke your mama's pussy.
Wow. And that was like said in like a very deep, thoughtful way too. It's the earnestness that makes that so funny.
It was this is supposed to be something deep,
Yeah, but it's not. No.
but it's not.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing to end on. That scene with his grandmother goes on forever.
It ends on that. Yeah.
Damn.
It's just like I was watching that, I was like that came out of nowhere. Like if you would have sat in the room with her, you would have been like, God damn, why'd you say
That
that?
was me.
I don't really need to know that.
You look to whoever else was in the room and go, she's old, y'all. Don't
Yeah,
Yes.
she always says that after every conversation.
She always got to get nasty.
Yeah.
That's when you sit up there and you actually TMI. Didn't really need to know that. So is his mama still alive? I mean, since we're on the subject.
John Henry nearly split his mama in two.
John Henry like, what did you say?
I can still hear that, by the way.
I'm not even out the room. Grandma, you
Small
gotta
house.
stop saying that shit. God damn, every time. Every time, and when I'm leaving, every time.
Yeah, Grandma, you don't have to say that every time.
Yeah.
That's weird.
See you, Grandma. See you, John. Broke your mom and Can't you just say bye? In half.
They were never able to put her back together.
I mean, just two of your mama on the hospital floor. I mean, a vagina just obliterated. My grandma! Blood everywhere, baby.
Yeah, put it in a jar afterwards.
sit up there smoking cool. There's a part in here where John Henry gets shot, and we don't ever see where that bullet goes. The most, am I missing something?
No, you're not, because it's a head wound.
John Henry gets shot, and he falls to the ground. Everybody like, oh shit, John Henry's dead. And then he gets up, and it's just, I don't know if something splat on his head or it's just a flesh wound.
And it bounced off his skull.
Yeah, and knocked him out. I don't know, but he wakes up. He gets up, and he has a scratch, not a wound, a scratch.
Like, we see the bullet pretty much go into his skull, and yeah, later he's revived and told, "All right, well, we got to at least get you to the hospital." No, none of that.
Well, I mean, it
got
just doesn't
work
even
to do.
look like a wound. It looked like
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to get. If you look at this right here. You know what this looks like? It looks like he was trying to get that last bit of jelly at the jar and a knife hit him in the head, and just slapped his ass in the head.
Yeah.
I gave it a chance. I tried. Shit, even with I tried, y'all. Even with Sleepy Joe. even with him, I was like, you know what, that is so funny right there. Let me just even go through here and see if I can enjoy this. And the shit is just man, it's ridiculous. I will give the movie true credit for one thing. And it's a little bit too late, but the last 15 minutes, I give this movie credit for going completely nuts. It turns into a horror film. I don't think you got to that point.
I was coming up on that, and I was like, it's 5 o'clock. I got to head down to the studio. If it's worth it, I'll catch it later. But so far, this movie, it's been bad in a way that's not like, oh, that's so bad it's fun. I was like, it's just been lame.
Oh, Martin, that last, I don't even say 20, last 15 minutes, when he grabs that hammer, that uses it.
Okay.
Yeah. He talks softly, but he carries a big hammer. And I use it to bash people's heads in. There was a point where this dude got out the car and confronted him, and he had that hammer, and he cocked back, and I said, John Henry, he ain't gonna hurt nobody. He ain't gonna use that to bash. He said, oh, Jesus! Head exploded all across the sidewalk.
Hey, man, I feel like it's just basic human smarts to not confront somebody holding a hammer.
Yeah.
And who's that big and cocks back like that? And that brother, he must have been scared because he didn't move. He positioned himself
Deer in the
just
headlights.
right. Yeah. I mean, he was just right for John Henry
I know we're
to
gonna
go
do this.
in and crush his head. I mean, that head exploded.
Let me tee it up for you so it can be quick.
This dude lined himself up perfectly with a telephone pole so John Henry could mash his head into it. It was almost like those people who play those games over at the amusement parks.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole?
Whack-a-mole or the one where you sledgehammer that shit
yeah.
and then it goes to ring the bell.
Yeah.
This dude lined up perfectly with a pole, and John Henry said, "Good, I need your head to be right there."
Damn.
And that shit exploded. He took somebody's leg out with a hammer.
Well, now I got to watch the rest of this when I get home.
Let's go watch that.
It's not that much, but hey, listen. For all of you who said, man, no, it's too late to try to pick that hammer up. Oh, shit. Y'all want a little bit of a spoiler here? Just a little bit?
Oh, they don't care. Yeah.
Anybody want a little bit of a spoiler right here? Just a little bit. To show you just how superhuman this mother is. So he has his past where he was with a gang and he killed somebody. But y'all thinking, oh shit, he was in a drive-by or he went and executed somebody with a gun. Oh no, they go and take the security footage and they show it. And the thing he did, he saved his cousin by pushing the guy down and lifting his big ass tree trunk leg and stumping a dude's head in.
Yep, Vin Diesel style.
Okay, here
And
you go.
that
Nice.
dude's brain went across the street. It was like, oh shit.
It's like on a bug.
He's a superhero,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they through the whole film keep saying, John, you don't know your own strength. You think you so strong. Well, you are, but
Well, that proved it.
Goddamn Lenny from Mice.
Yeah. Yeah, you thought curve stomping somebody was bad.
Yeah, no. You smush them.
They had that shit, that dude's body did jump.
Oh, I love that.
It was like that's how you know shit is bad when they got you just stuff the life out of there. Even life is trying to leap out your ass.
But he's like, no, come back. No.
That's your soul. That's your soul running from this motherfucker right there, man.
Follow the rest of your head.
Everybody with that shit.
Might as well have seen his ghost.
Yeah, people, it's some bullshit. I mean, it really is.
Okay, good. I thought you were about to get soft on it. I was like, come on, man.
This is some bullshit.
Not even with the brain matter spilling in the last 15 minutes. Doesn't hurt.
Because that, you know what, they could even gone further than that. I hate to sound sadistic, but you know, if you're gonna go out and especially in a movie it's taking so long to get to where it needs to go. Yeah. And plus the gore, it would probably been a little shocking. But I mean, we're looking at a movie with a dude with a gold Thanos jaw. You know, I mean, at this point, go all out, man.
Yeah.
Do some trauma film shit, you know?
Yeah, that's the weird thing about the movie, because it seems like it wants to be serious, but then it's throwing in blaxploitation elements. But it reminded me of, I was like, it's just taking me back to Coffee and Kareem. The way those henchmen and gangsters were in there, where like, well, these guys are actually funny, but that was an actual comedy.
Yeah. They're trying to have like a Quentin Tarantino moment. You know,
right?
You got the henchmen. You're getting a point of view from things.
An everyday conversation too. That's not related to.
They're having deep conversation you wouldn't expect these guys to have.
Right.
Using big words you wouldn't expect them to use, Orwellian and things like that, and talking about the human centipede. And it's actually not bad. It's a funny scene, like you said. It's just kind of again like the Mexican trumpet player. It's misplaced.
Out of left field. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to look, there's still some John Henry stuff to watch out there, man. It ain't got the gangster shit. It ain't got the gore. It ain't got John Henry breaking heads and legs. In fact, it's very family friendly. But I mean, we're talking about people who fought. I'm not getting serious with you. I'm not trying to make this deep because movies. I don't care about this. I mean, it's fine. If you want to watch it and you like it, I can even understand people enjoying it. That's fine. I'm not trying to tell anybody not to. I have fun with it in some parts. I just don't think it's that well made of a film. There's too many uneven elements in there, and I don't like these kind of hood themes. That's an outdated thing. But see, that's my thing with this, man. You're taking this folklore hero. And, you know, people fought for him to not be like, you know, the second class citizen in the folklore American hero world. And then we take this hero. People like fought to get on a stamp, and then we gangsterize it up. And I can understand. Listen, whether we like it or not, the gangster shit is part of our culture too, man. We gotta, we have to recognize that, inner cities exist. People talk like this. People do things like this. But these are the kind of movies, man, that in the 90s, these are the kind of movies that exploited those kind of things.
Yeah.
Black violence, black culture.
They started out as something new and telling these stories, and it was something fresh and important. And then it devolved into exploitation. Yeah,
it was exploitation, and it was a commodity. This is how Hollywood thought. Well, this represents you people. Poverty and violence. That's why they were so big in the 90s. This is exploitive at those times when Hollywood in the 90s thought that this represented us.
Yeah.
I can understand if this was representative of the hood in a way that I thought would be respectful, but nah, man, it's all cliches and stereotypes and shit.
It really bothered me watching this, and so often I'm like, well, you got a story to tell, and like you said, these things happen. If you got a good, important story to tell, then all right, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But this is some bullshit, and it's cliche, and yes, nothing but negative stereotypes. And I don't normally say this because I know actors got to work, but I was like, man, I wish every black actor would just refuse to do movies like this.
Yeah, man, it's just, I would almost recommend that you support something that is trying to actually pay a tribute to something in what is a more respectful way. There's a Disney version of John Henry out there. It's animated, it's family friendly, but it stays true to the roots.
But when John and I came up on them, they were already worn out and about to lose their promised land.
Can't be done. We had a deal. It's not fair. We're working
Stop whining.
But yeah, as far as this goes, I'm with you, Martin. I wish that I could go in here and support, and I like these actors in here, a lot of them. And I wish it was even in a hood context. If it was just better written and didn't rely on so many cliches, I could even like it on that level.
Yeah.
But nah, this is some bullshit, man. You've seen it all. You've seen it all before, and you've seen it better. No, you want to give it something?
No, the only other thing I would add to it is that if it moved, if it actually stuck to the premise of what it said and kept, giving us that, maybe. I could go like, all right, I see where you're going, or you got something happening, but it just spends way too much time not doing anything and leaving you going, what am I watching? Is there going to be a third act?
Yeah.
Feels like it's not.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, people, some bullshit. But hey, it's on Netflix, and I'll tell you, it is worth a laugh.
The funny thing is, trying to find this, I discovered a bunch of things on Netflix I didn't know were there, and I was like,
cool.
Oh, I want to see this. I want to watch this. It looks
Yeah,
good too.
yeah. Nice. And here I'm telling you, hey, Martin, watch John Henry. Martin's like looking at good shit, and I'm like, hey, Martin, John Henry's on. Check it out.